Hi guys, and welcome back to this tutorial. In the previous section we have managed to basically detect whether we had enough petrol cans to fly the plane, and this is working. So right now I just want to do a bit of tidying up. So I just want to clear a bit or clean a bit my code. So if you go back to my code here, there are a few things that I want to do, at least two. The first one is if you go to the start right there, the actual start function, start method, you can see that I'm looking at something called hidden plane, right? But this hidden plane is only present in the second scene. However, my script, which is collect object, is used in both the first and second scene. So if I was to use this script in the first scene, I will probably get an error right here because this object called hidden plane is actually not in the first scene. So the only thing I need to do is to make sure that this object exists before I can even actually use it. So in this case, what I'm going to do is if hidden plane is not null, then I can actually try to deactivate it. Okay, so again, only when it exists. So that's the very first thing. The second thing is you can see that I'm referring to an object called user message UI and several times. In fact, if I was to do a user message UI, I will find it about 4 times in my script. Okay, so what I'd like to do is basically to save myself a bit of code, create a function that will basically decrease the reference to user message UI. So let me explain why. So the first thing is I'm going to create a new method. So again, it's going to be void because it doesn't return anything, and I'm going to call it display message to user. Okay, again, this function will take a string as a parameter. I'm going to call it message. And again, what it will do with this information is quite simple. It's going to access this object called user message UI, and again, equals message. So put the message inside this UI. That's all it's going to do. Okay. So the only thing I need to do now is every time I've got this call, so GameObject.find user message UI, what I'm going to do is instead use the function. Okay, so again here, so I'm going to look for it here to start with. So again here, what I need to do is so do that, and again inside I'm going to use the empty string. That's one, and again if I take this, I'm going to use the empty string right there as well. Okay, so it's just a bit less code. Here again, what I need to do is display message to user, and again close here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same here. All right, so again there, display message to user, again open my round brackets and close them right away. Okay, so that's it, and that's it, we are done. So again, it's just a bit less code basically, and it's a bit less repetitive. So that's done, and again if I play my scene, that should work the exact same way. Okay, so again I'm gonna just let the code compile and play my scene, and again that should play the exact same way. So I'm gonna play here. Okay, so again right there, and again if I go and collect my boxes, it's going to be the exact same thing. That's it, and again that's it. Okay, so it's the exact same thing. All right. Okay, so the next thing that I suppose I did demonstrate that the code was working well, but I didn't actually show the messages. So what I should do really is to go back to Unity and show you that if I do go near the plane with no boxes, that the message is displayed. Maybe that would be a better way to demonstrate that the code actually is still working. Okay, so again, if I go near the plane, yeah, you can see a sorry, you need 3 cans. Okay, that's working perfectly fine. Okay, so that's done. Again, in the next section, we're going to add a few more features such as a menu and other messages. But for now, you can see that the code is a bit neater, and we're still managing to have a workable or working game.